How's it going, my fellow Flesh and Blood fans? Uh, kind of here, and I think I'm going to make it kind of my new recording area in one of my vehicles here. Uh, I work a pretty late shift, so if this is a little too dark, I apologize in advance, but I am going to try and brighten this up for you later. So, I am a little late for the party, but as you all know, we did have a ban restricted announcement. I was kind of sick last week, and then I had a concert last weekend, so it was kind of hard for me to do anything. So here I am today. My voice is still a little hoarse, so if you catch that, that's the concert's the reason why. But anyways, we're going to start with some of the classic constructed bands. I'm going to be a little brief with some of them, and I'm going to discuss a little bit more about the Living Legends point system. So, of course, Count Your Blessings band. A lot of us are happy about that. I guess to be brief with that, I felt like that was kind of separating the community with the ones that liked it and the ones that disliked it. So I'm kind of glad they got rid of it to kind of keep us all not from being two different groups, more or less. Germany and Scepter of Pain got banned. Obviously, Florian was being a force to be reckoned with, so they had to tone him down a little bit. And after seeing the revealed card for High Seas, I can see why Germinate would have been a really bad card to keep around. And then Bonds of Ancestry got unbanned. I think this is great for Katsu. I'm a huge fan of that hero, and me and most of the others that are, we're very happy to see that card. I will have a video later for a little deck tech of where I'm kind of starting off with that build at this point. Blitz, I don't play Blitz, so the ones who are, you know what's banned, and those are the ones you care about. I do not. Living Legend, I do want to get into this format a little bit more, so this is kind of interesting. Carrion Husk and Crown of Seeds are the two banned cards that they announced. Crown of Seeds is just to degrade Starvo a little bit, which makes sense. And Carrion Husk was to hurt Chain. I think that's debatable. I think Carrion Husk can come back because Chain is a very vulnerable hero as far as defense-wise. So with that, just kind of helped him get an extra turn, which was usually a really good thing for him, not so much for the opponents. And obviously, I had to read off of the stuff here for you. Call is restricted. That makes sense. Runegate Chain was kind of out of control, which is also why I think they hit Husk, and they did hit Runeblades pretty extreme here. Deadwood Dirge got restricted to stop Chain from breaking soul shackles, which made him burn his deck out slower. Succumb to Temptation also got restricted, so now it's practically an unplayable card because Chain likes to play stuff out of their banish zone, and as soon as Temptation goes into it, it's no longer going to be a playable card. So to have one of is kind of crappy. With Deadwood Dirge, it's debatable. It does make me Rune Chance and a possibility to get rid of a Soul Shackle, so he might hold on to that. It's something that I would myself want to play test a little bit. Chain was the first hero I played. These were back in Outsiders I started, so I actually had to play him in Blitz when I didn't realize how awful of a format that is. Hypothermia got unrestricted, which is fine. I guess gaining people go again isn't a big deal. I have already noticed that myself, as far as CC goes, playing with Jarl. Hypothermia is just an okay card. It's good in certain matchups. But I think they also did that to hurt Chain more. I feel like they just took Chain and beat him to crap with a bat. There's Commoner. I don't really play Commoner too much, so I wouldn't be able to have good opinions about the banned card for that. So with all that said, now we're going to get into the Living Legend point system, which is what I really want to talk about because there has been some arguments about it. So a brand new hero, their first year, their points are going to be halved. I do really like that. I think a lot of us do. At first I didn't, but I understand if, kind of like in Zen's case, they did not realize something that was completely busted, and they did take a little bit too long to add a ban to his stuff, things like that. But if they are going to do what I think they said in the dev talk, if they start not doing scheduled bans and just ban when they feel like something is a problem and it needs to be taken care of, I think that's going to help a lot. Where at some point they might be able to stop doing this hero halved thing. Right now, I think that's just a really good security blanket for them. For if they find something problematic, they can take care of it. And it doesn't hurt the hero so much where they're going to Living Legend within a year. The second year, they go to normal. All the points are normal, all that jazz, which is fine. And I think once they start being able to take care of these problematic cards for new heroes sooner, they might be able to just get rid of that first year and just keep everything normal for the first 2 years. Now the third year, which is the one that I think a lot of people are having issues with, is that third years and up, they're going to have a multiplier of 1.5. So they're almost going to get double the points for each event that they win. So this is how I see it. Right now, it's a very good thing. There is a ton of heroes in the format. Of course, that's not a bad thing, but when you're getting 3 new heroes every year, and you have these heroes from the original set that's been around for over 5 years now. It's been 5 years. They have to play test them. They have to make sure those cards aren't going to break them. There are also other heroes that could use similar abilities that they have that we could be getting. They could be reprinting those heroes, so we could get another Katsu, another Dori, Reinar, Bravo. And then you got, and those are the original 4, and none of them have hit the LL system yet. So I do see it as a very good thing, and the way I see it with Living Legends, because I almost feel like everyone just thinks that it needs a set system and then that's it. Like, it's going to be that till Flesh and Blood's completely gone. But I see it as a utility of, I think it should always be flexible like this. I don't know what their plans are, but it's like, good, we have this going on. Once a lot of the older heroes start rotating out, and if heroes start to thin a little bit and they're realizing that, they can change the system. They can get rid of this third year, they could just put everything to normal, or they could just have the first year halved and then normal from there. So like I said, I don't know what their plans are, if they want things written in stone and it stays that way once they fix it. But I really like the flexibility of, they can kind of change how the Living Legend how the Living Legend system. Sorry, I lost train of thought. I hate when that happens. I think it allows the Living Legend system to be very flexible, as they kind of can have an option to tweak things as the meta ebbs and flows. Um, Once there are a ton of heroes like this, like I think we're almost getting up to about 40 different heroes, which is all well and good, but when you got these heroes around for 5 years, it's starting to become like they kind of need to go. uh, and then, yeah, like I said, once they start thinning out, that's like, okay, cool, we can kind of get rid of that. We can keep this set in place. So I guess it's kind of a double-edged sword. I think it's really good to have what they have now, see how it plays out. But they can keep these three things set in place, and then they can just add and remove to it as the meta progresses. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I really think all of it's really good, and I think it's a really good plan to have right now coming forward. Like I said, if they want to take my advice, that's what I would think. Let's not have this just set in stone like this is it and this is what it's going to be like till the end of days. They could easily just take these three options and they can pull them in and out just to adjust with the meta. Which maybe some people don't want that, but me personally, I would like that a lot. I think that would be great. It'd be able to keep things fresh and to help let these older heroes move and let the newer heroes be able to have their their spotlight in the sun. So that's kind of my take on it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit a like, all that jazz. After I'm done doing this, I'm going to end up doing my deck tech for Katsu in the morning, try to get that rolled out. And then I also want to try and talk about High Seas. I was really hoping to do that before pre-release happens, but I do think it's going to end up having to be after. And we'll see. Maybe I won't do that video, but actually, that's another thing too. If you really want to see me discuss about the things going on with High Seas right now, because I think we all know there's a lot of stuff going on about it, and a lot of issues and drama, yada yada. Let me know in the comments, and then I can let you know my thoughts about it. So, again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon. Take care.